What's up, YouTube? Pink Reaper here, finally back. I don't know if you guys remember me. It's been a little while. Oh, awesome, I got in a fight. It's been a little while since I've recorded. Obviously, if you've been paying attention, that's totally true. I think it's been, what, 2 weeks since I uploaded that Call of Duty video where I got my nuclear, and I haven't, like, uploaded anything since then. I apologize. I know it's been a very, very long time since I've uploaded anything. I have a very good reason. For anyone who actually watched that Call of Duty video, you may have noticed I was complaining about my throat. I was talking about how I was feeling kind of sick. I ended up getting very, very sick. Not long after uploading that video, I came down with a throat infection. Probably the worst thing you can get as a commentator for, like, ever. It was very bad for a couple days. I couldn't even talk. Like, for a few days straight, I couldn't even talk. Like, I straight up could not talk. I lost my voice probably for a good 4 days, and then even after that, I had a very hard time talking. And I only recently started to get over it. I ended up having to go to the doctors because it was just not getting better. I got some antibiotics, so I'm feeling better now. My throat's much better. I had a really bad cough as well, and in fact, it still hasn't necessarily gone away. It's still kind of here for a little bit. So if I cough a couple times in this video, that's why. I actually do expect to probably cough a couple times in this video, just because it hasn't gone away yet. Can I do this? Yes. So that's where I have been. You may have seen me on Asnice's channel, on his other channel, on his HD gaming channel, playing COD with him. I mean, I have been, but he even said it to himself, like, I could not talk. It wasn't gonna happen. How do I want to do this? Please land her. Oh, that's not where I wanted you to land. That's not where I wanted you to land. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll survive anyways? Or maybe I'll just do this. Success! I dodged it. And I got that double counter hit, as if that even matters. So yeah, I apologize for having not recorded. I honestly, right after, like, I uploaded that that part of Mega Man, and at that point I was legitimately, like, looking forward to recording more. I very much expected to record more. I wanted to record more, and then it just didn't happen. I got sick, and I apologize for that, but it's something I couldn't really control. I will be getting back into recording. I'm probably only going to record this part right now, because I am going to go to Asnice's house after this. I'm actually going to be uploading this while I'm at Asnice's house. You'll probably see it while I'm there. I'm going to be trying to record more Mario while I'm there as well. I know there's plenty of people still waiting for me to record Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, and I do intend to start recording Yu-Gi-Oh! Soon as well. I don't know when it's gonna be, I'm sorry. There's still not really anything I want to play that badly, but I just have been wanting to play. So, I will be starting that again soon. Come on, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward. Yes, you're dead. So for right now, it's just going to be Mega Man, but don't worry, that'll be starting soon as well. Same with Pokemon. I actually was originally going to do Pokemon. In fact, right now. That's what I was going to be doing right now, but I decided, because that project's going to take a little bit of extra time, and I want to go to Asnice's kind of soon, I'm just going to do this one part right now of Mega Man, and then I'll do Pokemon some other time when I get a chance. So what else is there to talk about? Sorry, I'm not talking too much about the gameplay right now. It's just I mean, there's a new enemy, actually, something we haven't shown off yet, a Red Shadow. That's the upgraded Shadow enemy. It just moves a little bit faster, does a little bit more damage. It's not anything super, super dangerous. Well, I mean, it's dangerous. It's definitely dangerous. Don't mistake this for being not dangerous. That thing can definitely mess you up. I think this is anti-sword or I think it's anti-sword. No, anti-navi. Which means I can actually put in the, do I want to? Like, it's a very, very OP, yeah, nah, not for now right now. So yeah, sorry I haven't really been talking about the gameplay at the very least. As for other things going on right now, I've been very interested in the, I know Az and I just made a video about this, and I know he was talking about this, but I've been talking to him a lot about it too. The Xbox One announcement from last week, and now actually going on at E3 right now, they were showing off some stuff. That was bad. Can I just say that right now? I feel like I should say that right now. The Xbox One announcement was probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Hold on, before we do anything else, I don't know why I'm saving right here. We've got another one of these doors right here. You may pass a loving rearer of many. This door can only be opened if you've found every virus, not virus. You found every virus for the virus breeder. You don't have to. I guess spoilers. You don't have to find the Omega viruses for them. You just have to have the base viruses, which will be obvious in a second, because it's not actually possible to find the Omega viruses for all of them. Holding off on the Xbox One for a second, there's something else important up here. I'm gonna save right here, because I could very well die over here. There's something that can very easily kill me. We have yet more viruses. That's right, we have the Skutzer and Skutlist viruses. And you'll note that didn't start as a random battle, that started as a viral battle. That's right, this is a virus breeder fight. These are more viruses for the oh, hello. Well, this is gonna be an easy fight suddenly. These are more viruses for the virus breeder. But they aren't separate viruses. These go with the other Scut viruses that we got in Secret Area 1. Send in the virus, blah blah blah. If I use a viral chip, this will probably be the only one I use, just because I can always guarantee myself getting the grass virus, the Skutzer, and it acts exactly like Plant Man, and it can do 220 damage in one hit. So. If you see me using a viral chip, that's probably gonna be it. Oh yeah, and in this area you can actually find these viruses. You can find the life viruses, and they actually drop an extremely useful chip. If you want it, I would suggest just putting on collect and fighting those enemies. They only drop one chip, but it's very rare, and it's very, very good. Coming over here, we get Sanctuary C. That turns all of our panels to holy panels. Not the opponents, just ours. Only ours. We'll talk about... Oh. Once again, before going back to the Xbox One. You'd never see it, but if you walk along this end, there's an invisible road right here. And coming over this way... Oh, yay, more enemies. Go away, please. There's another monolith right here. This is the hardest monolith. This has the absolute most... powerful enemies in it. It's the ones I'm most likely to die against. It's very likely I'm going to die here. Here we go. So now while I'm doing this, I'll talk about the Xbox One a little bit. So I know Az and I just did a little video on this, and he covered a lot of things, a lot of problems that we both had with the Xbox One announcement. They did not do very well with the announcement. They talked about a lot of stuff that no gamers really cared about. And even a lot of the stuff that, like, you'd assume maybe, like, someone who wasn't a gamer would care about, I can't imagine anyone actually caring about it. One of the big ones is was when they were talking about, like, the fact that you can watch TV on an Xbox. Why didn't that hit? That should have hit. I'm salty now. The thing about that is, in order to watch TV on an Xbox... Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. This is just gonna kill me. I'm dead. I'm dead. I've died. In order to watch TV on an Xbox, not only do you have to have, do you already have to have Xbox Live, so you're paying for Xbox Live. Oh my god, I got hit again. You're paying for Xbox Live, but you're also paying, you have to have cable. You actually have to have cable in your house already. Like, so you're paying for Xbox Live, and you're paying for cable just so you can watch TV on your Xbox, but you already have TV in your house. So what's the point? They didn't show off any games that anyone really cared about. They showed about Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm sure some people care about Call of Duty Ghosts more than I do. I mean, I don't even really care about it. I'm sure that I know there's a lot of people who really care about it. But even then, it's coming out for every system. It's coming out for the 360. So why are you going to make that your centerpiece? And then, even bigger was the announcements they released. I gotta kill these guys fast. Even bigger than that was like the announcements they released afterwards. Like, you have to connect to the internet once a day. Well, now that's obviously not a big deal for me because I'm, you know, I'm not on the, well, okay, that's not true. I'm on the internet every single day. I don't upload something every day, but like, I have a YouTube channel. I'm always on the internet. I'm uploading. I mean, I have a very big internet presence, really, and so it's not a big deal for me. But like, there have been times when my internet was out. I had no internet for a week and a half at one point a while back. And you want to know what I did when I didn't have internet for a week and a half? I played my Xbox 360. I played through BioShock 2 again because I wanted to play through BioShock 2. I played single player. But I wouldn't have been able to do that with an Xbox One. Well, there's a lot of reasons I won't be able to do that with an Xbox One, not the least of which is the fact that it's not backwards compatible, yes. That's another issue I have with it, but that's for another time. And that's only when it's at your house on your account. If you're trying to play on a friend's Xbox, or if you have like a borrowed game or something like that, and you want to play, you have to be on the internet every hour. Which is just an awful, awful way to do this, in my opinion. It's just really, really bad DRM that's forced on people. And I don't have a problem, I honestly don't have a problem with DRM. I think if you have a problem with DRM, it's because you're trying to steal games. Like, I have a friend who complains frequently about how, like, you know, the always online and all the, like, how it's affecting his gaming experience, but his gaming experience is him stealing games. Like, you can't talk about how bad this DRM is when it's clearly working because it's stopping you from stealing games. If you are someone who steals games, I mean, you get no sympathy from me, sorry. I know it's kind of hypocritical to be saying that while playing on an emulator, but I mean, I own this video game. If you want proof, I can send you a video of me holding my copy of Mega Man Battle Network 3. If I had a working GameCube and advanced player, I'd just buy a capture card and record it that way. I just can't, sorry. I don't have a working GameCube, actually. I have to use my Wii. But, so it's not really that I have a problem with the DRM, but I have a problem with how they're, like, with a lot of the other DRMs, with a lot of the other always online DRMs, that's just the specific game itself. But this is your whole system now. Like, now, and, like, you've basically just told specific people they can't buy your game. If someone lives in an area where they can't get internet, they can't buy your system. If someone has frequent internet outages, they're not going to buy your system. If they want to take it to someone's house that doesn't have internet, you've got a serious problem there. You can't play it then. That's just a really, really big problem. And then there's the whole oh hey, cool. JK asterisk. There's the whole no used games thing. I buy a lot of games used. I know it doesn't really support the publishers, and I know they deserve support for what they do. But I mean, I'm kind of poor, so I mean, I try and buy games new. I definitely support the company. Like when Infamous 2 came out, I bought that day one. Like, I bought it brand new, day one, wanted it. When Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the the 3DS came out. I loved Luigi's Mansion 1. I was so happy that they made a sequel, so I bought that day one. I had no problem buying that game day one. I'm not going to wait to buy that game, because it's a game I want, and I want, you know, I want publishers to know, yes, I want this game. Halo 3, I bought that game used. Why did I buy that game used? Well, because Halo Reach had already come out, as did Halo ODST. Suddenly, I didn't really care about, Bungie getting their money, because those games were terrible, and I didn't buy those games specifically because they were terrible, and I didn't want to give them my support, so I bought the games used. It sounds mean, but that's just the kind of guy I am, sorry. Oh, great. Oh, this is bad. I need a plant man right now. I need some plant mans. Got me some fully invulnerable enemies right here. But still, even then, there's like, oh, finally. Their new policy for used games are, you know, your game basically comes with like a code, and once you've installed it to your Xbox One, which you have to do, all games have to be installed to the hard drive. Once you have installed your game, that game can only be. Whoa! I almost died right there. Oh, this is bad. Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Please get off me! That really hurts. Once it's been installed to your Xbox, you can give that game away once. And you can only give it to someone who's been on your friends list for 30 days. And it can never be given again. So how does that work for used games? Well, it basically takes used games off the table completely. Because you can't give that game to... once that game's been sold, like, you can't... Once I've installed it, I can't, like, trade it into GameStop and expect them to actually be able to resell it, because you can't prove that you're, you know, that you've only installed it once. And even then, whoever they try to resell it to won't be on my friends list for 30 days. So that person can't use it. I mean... Some people won't care about this. Some people don't sell their games. Some people don't trade in their games. I don't. I don't trade in any of my games. Even if I buy something that I don't like, I don't generally trade it in. I have given away a game I have... Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to add that. I have given away a game I don't like. I'll just take the 50 damage, no fear. Oh, shoot. I have given away a game I don't like. Wouldn't be able to do that now, because the person I gave it away to wasn't on my friends list. But generally I don't trade in games, but I do buy used games. If it's a game that's really hard to come by and I don't expect to find it new again, or if, like, I'm just too poor that day, which is something that's happened more than once. Oh, dang it. Oh, shoot. No, 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 no! This is gonna be the fight I lose on. This is where I lose. This is bad. This is bad. Oh, shoot. Yep, I lose now. Or maybe not? If I do this right, I might not lose. No, I still definitely lose. Oh, thank God, I don't lose. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a hard time here. What was I talking about? Right. So yeah, like, I do buy used games. There's certain games that are really hard to come by. I can't find them. Or you just can't find them new anymore. They stopped producing them new. And as such, I have to buy them used. That's just how it is. Taking that away from the consumer... Wow, that killed me? Wow, that killed me. Well, that was the fight I lost on, I guess. Taking that away from the consumers is absolutely awful. And you can try and say it's because you're trying to protect the publishers, but I don't really buy that, to be completely honest. I don't... It's another type of forced DRM that just really hurts, like, everyone. You're no longer like going after pirates at this point. You're going after everyone, and that's just a bad way to do it. I'm going to do this. Where is that? This is a chip. I'm going to set to my regular chip. I'm not going to make you watch me play through all of that again, by the way, guys. I'll just cut here in a second back to where I was. But I want to finish my train of thought before I do that. You're just hurting, like, everyone at that point. You're hurting yourself. Like, that's just what you're doing. And then now here at E3, we've got some... I mean, we have some okay announcements. They showed off some games. None really that interesting. They showed off... a new... You know, a bunch of new FPS games that I don't really care about. They showed off a new Mirror's Edge, which I know there's a lot of actual Mirror's Edge fans out there, and that was an original IP, so I applaud them. Or that... I mean, it's a sequel to an original IP. This is EA, obviously, showing off this for the Xbox One, but I'm just saying, I'm lumping it in with Xbox One games. That was an old original IP. It was something, you know, unique for, unique that, what are they called? EA, there we go, I forgot their name. That EA did a while back, which is really good for them, because EA doesn't really do a lot of unique games. Like, they have a lot of different types of games, but they rarely come out of EA themselves. Oh, no. There we go. I mean, they had a couple interesting things. They showed off some Kinect stuff that, let's be honest, no one cares about the Kinect. If you have a Kinect and you like the Kinect, you don't exist. Stop pretending to watch my video. There's that cough. But the big thing that really hit me at this at E3 and them at their conference was the price point. $499 for an Xbox One. I don't want to pay $500 for an Xbox One. Why not give me the option to not get a Kinect? Why have to have the Kinect? There's no reason the Kinect needs to always be with this system. The Kinect is worthless. It is such a pointless device. And it's driving up the cost. You know it is. The reason this thing is $500 is because it has to come with a Kinect. And I don't want the Kinect. I don't care about the Kinect. The Kinect is completely worthless. There's maybe one or two games that are kind of interesting on the Kinect, but at the end of the day, no one, absolutely no one cares about the Kinect. I sell electronics. I work in an electronics department in a store. You want to know how many Kinects we've sold since we got the damn thing in? I've sold one. I have sold one standalone Kinect. I've sold a couple systems with Kinect, but that's just because at the time I was sold out of Xboxes entirely, and people wanted to buy an Xbox for Christmas. The last time I sold an Xbox with the Kinect bundled into it was just before Christmas. That is how well the Kinect is doing. Microsoft says they've sold millions and millions. Yeah, they have, because they bundled it in with their system and forced it on you, which they're now doing again. Oh, I gotta hit that ready. Oh, this is bad. I thought that would kill. Definitely thought that would kill. That did not kill. Oh. Can I do this? Can I do this? Yes! So yeah, dude, don't even get me started on the Kinect. The Kinect is the most worthless, just absolutely stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe they're trying to make me care about that device. It's not gonna happen. It's not a device anyone cares about. I'm sure there's people out there who are happy Kinect owners, but even if it works better than the current Kinect, that doesn't matter. Like, it's not a well-designed device. To put this into perspective, my TV is all of, like, 2.5 feet from my bed. I don't have the room in my room to use Kinect. And I know plenty of people who are like this. But even if I did, I don't want to. I don't want to stand up and wave my arms to play a game. Yeah, it's cool that you added voice controls, but I don't really want to talk to my Xbox either. And there was all kinds of reports coming out of people who were trying to watch the Xbox One announcement conference. This is actually absolutely hilarious. Okay, so people were trying to watch the Xbox One announcement conference on their Xboxes, but they had Kinects, and anytime someone on stage said Xbox off or Xbox go home, You want to know what their Xboxes did? They turned off, or they went home. That's another thing. Like, I don't want to have to worry about if I accidentally say Xbox off, my Xbox just turns off. I know you can disable that function, but I shouldn't have to. Like, that's just not good design. Nothing about the Kinect is well designed. It's at least not from a gameplay standard. The actual Kinect itself is a very, very high-tech, very well-made piece of technology. I will give it that. But from a gaming standpoint, it's absolutely worthless. I don't understand why they're pushing this so hard on people. Originally, when the Kinect came out, my thoughts were it's just them trying to latch on to Nintendo's success with the Wii and the motion controls. And you know what? That's still true. I still believe that's why it came out. But now I think they're just trying really hard to prove that wasn't the fact, even though it totally was. So now you end up with them pushing this onto consumers who probably don't want it. And it's driving up the cost. There's other big problems with the Kinect, not the Kinect, the Xbox One as well. Not the least of which is, I didn't want to get in on this on this video just because it's kind of a long topic, so I probably won't be able to finish, but it has to do with brand identity. Oh, excuse me, I need to get some water. My throat. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what brand identity is, it's basically it's basically what sets one company apart from another when they do very similar specific things. Nintendo has very strong brand identity because they have their very well-known, very established Nintendo brand. You have the Marios, the Zeldas, the Smash, the Pokemon, the Metroid, Star Fox, Kirby, Donkey Kong, all of that. Names people know that have been established. Sony did have it for a very long time. This is going to sound really weird, having like bashed on the Xbox for so long, but Sony, the big lack of brand identity actually comes from Sony more so than it does from Microsoft. This is what I was going to say. This is why I said this would take a long time to talk about. Microsoft never really had a strong brand identity. They had, they had their Halo, which was just like their flagship title. It was the thing that you could only really get on Xbox, and they had Gears of War. And while both of those are still somewhat strong brands, they have definitely waned quite a bit in the recent years, falling hugely to Call of Duty. But there's this sort of the Xbox has sort of become the first-person shooter console. If you want to play a first-person shooter, you do it on the Xbox 360. Now, with everything I've been saying bad about Microsoft, I want to say this right now. I have an Xbox 360. I love my Xbox 360. I have my PS3. I love my PS3, and I have my my Wii and Wii U. I love both of those things. I don't want anyone to think I hate on any company currently or how they're doing it. If anything, I'd say the weakest company from this particular generation was Sony. And it again has a lot to do with their brand identity. So Microsoft doesn't have a lot of exclusives, is what I'm trying to say here. They don't have a lot of exclusive titles that set them apart. They've got a lot of first-person shooters, and those first-person shooters tend to run better on Microsoft's Xbox 360 because just because of how poorly the PlayStation 3 is made. The PlayStation 3 does not have good architecture. It's very difficult to build an exclusive on the PS3. So generally, cross-platform games that are PS3 360 are built on the 360 and then ported over to the PS3. So in that sense, I mean, yeah, Microsoft has the better stuff there, but a lot of their best games, or the things they're really known for, Madden. Everyone's like 360 Madden, 360 Call of Duty, 360 sports games, 360 first-person shooters. You can get those on other systems, and not only that, you can usually find a lot of the first-person shooters on PC and play them better there. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. You've got a system where you don't have anything really established for yourself. Now, going back to the whole brand identity cross-platform thing here, like I was saying, last generation, Sony lost a lot of their brand identity to Microsoft. A lot of the games that, like originally you could only play on a Sony system, Metal Gear Solid, Grand Theft Auto, I did that in the wrong order. I meant to do Bubble Man, then Gun, but whatever. Metal Gear Solid, Grand Theft Auto, Devil May Cry. All of these games that were oh, why am I standing here? That were originally, you know, only could be played on Sony products can now be played on Microsoft products. So the PS3 and the 360 just weren't that different. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I've been laboriously attempting to say. The PS3 and the 360 have to a point become pretty much indistinguishable. They're basically the same system at this point. The only thing that sets them apart is Sony has some exclusives. They've got not many, and I want to say not too many of them are actually that great. For instance, I was a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. They still have Ratchet and Clank. They haven't done much with them that's been very good. They have Infamous, but they only made Infamous 1 and 2. They've got, you know, Second Son coming, but until they actually show gameplay for that, I don't really care about Second Son. But as I was saying, like, so they've got Infamous, but they haven't done much with that in a while. They haven't done anything with Jak and Daxter in a long time. They haven't done anything with, don't hit me. They haven't done anything with, what else haven't they really done anything with? I'm actually trying to think now. It's been, I'm trying to even remember what they actually had exclusives. They just, like, don't anymore. Jeez, someone help me out here. They still have a lot of the Nippon-ichi stuff, and that's actually really great. I love a lot of Nippon-ichi games. They definitely haven't lost that. But, like, the big AAA franchises, the huge stuff, that's on both consoles now. And originally this worked in Microsoft's favor. Because they had, you know, they usually had the better versions of the games, or they just had the games at all. Like, Microsoft wasn't losing things to Sony. Microsoft didn't have anything to lose to Sony. They were getting stuff from Sony, and it definitely worked out in their favor. Now here's where the Xbox One is is now at a disadvantage. Because of that, because the 360 and the PS3 were so indistinguishable, the PS4 and the Xbox One are now going to be pretty indistinguishable. You're going to have a very similar experience on both. And while maybe here at the beginning of the console life you're going to have some interesting exclusives, or you're going to have some, like, experimental stuff, very quickly will this devolve back down to 360 and PS4. These consoles are not cheap to develop for. If you're making a game on these systems, trust me when I tell you, it's going to be really expensive. Or, I know you're not, but I'm just saying, if a game is being made for the system, it's very expensive. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Oh well, I'm fine now. And as such, there's not going to be a lot of risks taken with games. Or if something is risky, they're going to put it on both systems to sell as many consoles as possible. There's not going to be a lot of just, single console games. If it can be put on the 360, it can be put on the Xbox. I mean, if it can be put on the Xbox One, it can be put on the PS4. Is basically what I'm trying to say here, and it will be. Oh shoot! I need to do some damage to that thing that's getting in my way. So, the reason I say this hurts Microsoft now more than it did in the last generation, or rather, it just didn't in the last generation, is because now Sony's console is now much easier to develop for, so it, you know, Microsoft might not be getting the best versions of it anymore. It's just the PS4 is now looking far more appealing to consumers. Like, originally, I honestly intended to buy both the PS4 and the Xbox One. I have a Wii U. The Wii U is not doing that great right now, but I don't necessarily regret the purchase. I would eventually have wanted to pick up an Xbox One or a PS4, but now the Xbox One is just looking very unappealing to me, so I might just not buy it. Or no, I actually probably definitely won't buy it. I'll probably just buy a PS4, assuming it doesn't come out at $599 US. We get the hub badge, probably the best Navi customizer program in the entire game, but I can't use it right now because it always causes bugs. You need another program to work with it. I'm not gonna go around Secret Area 3 anymore. After this, I'm just gonna end the video and kind of try and end my rant here. This is dragging on way too long, but like I was saying, the PS4 is now much more appealing to me, and developers will see that. So, you know, they'll develop the better versions for the PS4, or people just won't buy the Xbox One because, you know, they can get it on the PS4, and if the PS4 comes out cheaper, they can get it on the PS4 cheaper. And because Microsoft doesn't have a very good brand identity, they don't have those exclusives. They don't have the games that can just only be on Xbox and push that. Like, yeah, they have DLC first for some games, but I don't care. Like, I'll wait that extra month if it means not having to shell out an extra $100 for an Xbox One, and then also actually having to own an Xbox One. Oh, I need water again. My throat's killing me. Sony does still have somewhat of its brand identity. It does still have those games. It still does have Jack. It still has Ratchet. It still has Infamous, Resistance, all of those things. It hasn't done too much great with them recently, but it doesn't necessarily mean they can't. And they can still have other new IPs. They still have their Little Big Planet IP, which is actually pretty great. I don't talk about Sony games too much, mostly just because generally I only talk about old games, and when I'm talking about old games, I love me some Super Nintendo. But I mean, Little Big Planet is really good, and they still have that IP. Microsoft, not as much. Microsoft Studios doesn't really do anything. They buy other studios and get their first party stuff that way. But even then, like, it doesn't necessarily work out that great. And their stuff doesn't sell that well. This isn't a Nintendo. This isn't someone whose single brands are enough to keep them afloat even in their darkest days. The GameCube was not a success, but it wasn't a massive failure either, just because Nintendo had, they had Mario, they had Metroid, they had Smash Brothers, and the Wii U doing poorly now. But I trust me when I tell you this, by the end of the year, come Christmas, if they've got major IPs out, if they bring out a Mario, if they bring out a Pokemon or something, the thing will fly off shelves. So, because Microsoft doesn't have that brand identity, and they don't have an appealing console, and if it's way more expensive than the PS4, there's a rumor already out there that there's going to be a PS4 comes out at $399.99. If that's true, I'm all for it. I will buy a $399 PS4, no question. I'd much prefer to buy a $350 PS4, if you want to drop it down there, but, I mean, I'd be down for that. I'm not down to spend $500 for an Xbox One. It's just not going to happen. I don't know. Sorry about this long rant. I don't want... And sorry for kind of, like, being inconsistent there. There's a very long, more well-thought-out explanation that I have for brand identity and why it hurts Microsoft and stuff like that. I just kind of threw it on here at the end, and I didn't really intend to. And I'm sorry this video is dragging on for so long. Especially with me just kind of standing here not doing anything. I need to save if I haven't already, because I definitely don't want to lose that program. But yeah, I'm really super disappointed in the Xbox One. It's probably one of the worst looking consoles I've ever seen in my life, and I've been gaming since, you know, the Virtual Boy was a thing. It's definitely not quite as bad as that, but it's up there. It really is. It's a train wreck of a system, because I don't want to keep getting into it. If you really want to know more about my opinion, that I'll make another video just for the Xbox One. But for now, this has been Pink Reaper signing out.